Propaganda was so bad. Like, it was so bad. And in school, they did not teach us African history.
In Africa, people have the habit of sharing straws and drinking out the same cup of random people they just met.
This trip has really like opened up my eyes, man. Seriously. It's just good, chat. It's very fun, bro.
He's dancing with South African kids. I would have thought that he was from those countries the way he blended in. But I love this because it proves one thing.
So African Americans are coming out to say that they were lied to about Africa. They were lied to about Africa, but they also did not do their research. Let's face it. But I'm here today to give you some clips of African Americans sharing their thoughts about IShowSpeed, touring Africa and changing the narrative about Africa and letting people know that Africa is not a jungle. Africa is not a bush. Africa is not in the Stone Age. Africa has modern cities. Africa has everything that America has today. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Let's go into the videos, watch, come back and talk.
I love Africa, bro. I really do. I'm kind of mad that I didn't come here more sooner.
Africa is an amazing animal. This is your home, you know.
Animal?
Yeah.
Africa's not an animal?
No, I said Africa is an amazing place. This is your home.
Yeah, man. It's damn. I don't think you understand how much. It's just good, chat. It's very fun, bro. It really is fun. This is like a very refreshment for life, bro. Mentally, just seeing this and being in this environment. To be honest, bro, have y'all ever been somewhere? Have y'all been? Okay. A lot of people has never really experienced being somewhere where you're just far away from everything. I'm talking about everything. Like I can yell out, I like balls.
Oh yeah, girl, the propaganda was mad crazy. Like, growing up, I remember, let me just back up. My mother was the first person to tell me about Africa. She told me when I was 4 years old, Africa is the largest continent in the world with the most natural resources, the most beautiful people, and the most beautiful animals, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. The early 2000s, they had a rampage of propaganda. We're talking about the virus. Y'all follow me? The virus. It was always these commercials about the virus and how sick the people were, and you have to donate money so that they can get these, the medication for the virus. Another big one was the starvation. They always had the commercials of the starving African family and the starving African child and the flies flying around his head and the huge belly, and they just laying on the ground like just decrepit, and they tried to paint that. It gave you the illusion that was the whole continent. What was another one that they used to do? The virus and the starvation was the big. No running water. They used to show these like villages that had like no running water, and it was like, oh, if you donate this amount of money, it'll help to get running water in these villages, like a pipeline, and all this stuff, right? And they'll show like the well that they had to walk like all these miles to get to the well and get the water, and they had it in a bucket. I'm telling you, it was crazy. Yeah, the propaganda was so bad. Like, it was so bad. And in school, they did not teach us African history. They didn't really teach us about slavery. They didn't really teach us about the continent. They tried to just brush past it. I'm from Southern California, so when I was in school, it really wasn't taught much. When we got to like apartheid, they really wasn't taught about apartheid. Hell, they didn't even teach us about our own history. They didn't really teach us much about Black American history. The most they did was MLK, civil rights, and it was very, very small. Everything else was very white wash. Very European, very white tea presidents. It wasn't much about Black Americans, African people, and the continent. Just wasn't much of it. So when they get to slavery, it's taught that, we were sold, we were brought here, we pretty much built up the nation. And that's pretty much it. It wasn't much depth to it. So now, this is why you're seeing the reactions that we're seeing, because the United States is a nation that is built around lies and to make you believe a false reality, because they don't want you to believe that there's anything better than here. They don't want you to believe that Black people can thrive outside of this ecosystem. Let's put it like that, this ecosystem. So that's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, and let me add this. Then you get like the coons. You get the coons from, West Africa, the continent. I'm trying to be respectful. But you get the coons, and they come and they look down on you, and they try to. I've been told, oh, y'all don't have culture. I've been racially profiled by a coon Nigerian. Maybe it's from Ghana. I'm not sure. But those things happen. Those are real things that happen. So, people act much different when they get to this country because the system is different. They don't know the system. And because of the propaganda that was fed to you guys on the continent that we are thugs and we're dangerous and we're gangsters and we're this and we're that, they fed us both lies. So you got people from the continent coming here and they being disrespectful. And then you got us coming over there and we like, oh my God. So it's a mess. And I don't want to be one-sided. There were a lot of situations where African kids were getting bullied a lot, but not because so much they're African. It's because here we literally talk mad shit about each other. Like, it's just ingrained in us. Like, everybody gets roasted. And so when you come from a culture where respect is really big, and then you come to a country where everybody takes nothing serious, everyone's like, oh, you ain't got no eyebrows, you look Asian. Like, I was in school, people said I was Asian. They said I was Asian. People thought I was an Asian kid. Like, what? So everybody was getting it, but that doesn't mean that it still doesn't hurt. That doesn't mean that it still doesn't hurt. But African kids were getting bullied, and African people were coming here and looking down on Black Americans. So it's definitely both sides of the spectrum.
If you watch Speed go to Africa and your biggest takeaway was that, oh my God, it's not just huts and mud, that's not awareness, buddy. That is straight ignorance. That image of Africa, it didn't come from nowhere. It came from what you were taught, what you never questioned, and what you were always comfortable believing. Shame on you, bro.
The way I Show Speed is moving, you would think that he's like a streaming Henry Louis Gates. I wasn't expecting him to go to a country like Angola or South Africa, but he's about to do wonders for tourism. Like, he might legitimately meet his match in the athletic realm. Like, he's gonna legit see where his genes come from. But I really love like how he integrated himself in the culture so fast when he went to Angola. Right from the jump, he's doing front flips while people are doing capoeira. He's dancing with South African kids. I would have thought that he was from those countries the way he blended in. But I love this because it proves one thing. Africans are cordial, they're respectful. Yeah, he has fans, he has people that come up to him, ask autographs. But this time when he does his stream, he doesn't have to worry about people grabbing his hair and selling it on eBay. I haven't heard any racial slurs. I haven't heard anybody violate Speed. Like, it's dispelling a lot of American propaganda. And he's actually gonna do crazy numbers. And I wouldn't be surprised if this helps with the tourism in a lot of these countries. I mean, America tells us that Africans are savage, primitive people. But what you see, man, is like they are actually treating him with a lot of respect. I love this for him, and I hope it goes well. I really do.
Telling everybody that Africa is undefeated. Undefeated. If you're a Black American, Africa is undefeated. We've been in Namibia 6 days as of today, and we getting so much love from the locals. We even getting invited to a radio show. Think of that. Not even a full 7 days, and we gonna be on the radio here in Namibia tomorrow. Everywhere we go, they say, hey, Austin, you're the YouTube guy. They say Bobby's a streamer guy. This type of shit was happening by the third day. So the thing is, like, I don't know why y'all be wanting to go to places where y'all's second option. Y'all hard-headed as hell, man, I swear, but some of y'all get it. And for y'all that get it, I appreciate you understanding, and I love y'all. There is no social aspect of living in the United States. You can disagree. You're absolutely delusional if you disagree with that. If you agree, you have a very good head on your shoulders. Because if anybody has been maybe if you haven't been outside the United States, you don't know. But if you've been in the United States and you've went to another country, you notice that, and I don't agree with this at all. I think this is absolutely crazy. And I've seen this in Asia, South America, and Africa. People have the habit of sharing straws and drinking out the same cup of random people they just met. I don't agree with that, but that just goes to show you on a subconscious level how those people actually think that they're all connected in one. And you guys do know that the United States is completely divided. You don't even go see your grandmother. I know people that have family members that they haven't seen that are immediate family members. They haven't seen their kids or they haven't seen their parents. They don't call. In Africa and most of the world in general is the complete opposite. Everybody's in everybody's business because everybody is still connected within a community. Now, my favorite part, the dating roles in Africa. What is it like dating in Africa versus United States? I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen me hammer this into your head 1,000 times about dating in the United States. It is an absolute disaster. Women don't respect men. Men don't respect women. There's no gender roles. There are extreme expectations out of both sides. If you go in, and it's not just Africa, if you go anywhere else in the world, women know exactly how to be feminine. Not all men know how to be masculine, but women know exactly how to be feminine. Women know certain gender roles. That's not usually an issue that you have dating in Africa. And that's just one aspect. We can go on a whole nother rabbit hole about dating, but in the United States, that is and it's not just a black woman problem, because this is a white woman that I'm showing you right here. So it is an American culture problem for them to not have respect towards men. And lastly, when it comes to community, you will notice that in Africa, and well, let's say in the United States, if I want to go to the store, when I get in an Uber, I don't give a damn how the Uber drivers do it. Just take me to the store and drop me off. In other parts of the world, especially in Africa, it is very, very, very common for the Uber driver to ask you, how are you doing? How was your day? For the person that's checking you out at the grocery store to say the same thing as well. So again, that is a further aspect of the community. And a lot of people value that. You do not have a good life if the people in your life do not exist.
If I was Speed, I would be fucking irritated if a white version of myself wanted to fucking follow me on every fucking continent state I go to and trying to get clip farmed, trying to get recognized, known and shit. Like, motherfucker, get your own, find your own potential and do that shit. This Speed is literally ruining I Show Speed's Africa fucking tour right now. Like, it's gotten to the point where Speed's team even has to warn Speed, like, oh, White Speed is over here right now, you know, don't look at him, don't give him any attention, don't put that camera on him or anything. And I genuinely feel so bad for Speed because y'all white motherfuckers already up here. Let him be. Let Speed stream do what he does best without giving the credit to a fucking white man. Like, enough of this shit. Like, personally, if I was Speed, I would get a restraining order against him. And it was a situation where White Speed was like hanging from like a cliff, and Speed's team told him like, don't acknowledge him, because if he falls, they're gonna try to blame it on you because you're watching him, you're entertaining it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's taken away all the fun and excitement is from Speed's tour. Like, y'all remember when Speed did America? Like, that shit was fun. That shit was so entertaining. And now in Africa, it's just really like, content wise, he can't do a lot of stuff because he will get in. Like, he's having a really hard time, and I feel bad because he always, you know, every time he's somewhere, he always tries to help the people. He gives them money, this and the third, but with this tour, he cannot do none of that shit. And now this White Speed is trying to take away his like momentum. He's trying to like get the attention from everybody else. And obviously they're in Africa right now, so like him being like one of the only people over there right now, he's getting all the fucking attention and Speed isn't. And that shit is kind of irritating. Like, you know how much money, effort this man puts into his stuff, even though it just looks like a camera's just following him around. No, he does a lot, and it's getting very fucking unappreciative, and all of the, you know, like, oh my god, all the positive shit is going to White Speed, and that's not right. And apparently this White Speed, he literally does his own content and stuff with his girlfriend. So it's like, why are you he's literally been following Speed continent to continent, state to state, like just knowing exactly where he's at. He shows up and he does some shit to get attention. Like, I don't know, but Speed's team needs to do a better job when it comes to like making sure that his location is not known before they get to the actual location, because I think that's what the problem is. That's why White Speed is always able to find them, and he's trying to like clip farm or whatever the case is.
Fam, no lie, I think I'm starting to despise the people that say that they not from Africa, the black people that say they're not from Africa. I say I'm not African American, I'm just American. I was born in America. We are the only ethnic group that doesn't know, doesn't care where we from, and doesn't take pride in being from somewhere else as well as being American. If you met or grew up with white people, they know where they came here from, where their grandparents from, and they take pride in that as well as being American. We're the only group that like don't want to find out and completely write it off and say that we're just American, which I believe was the plan of the slave owners in the first place, was to take us from our homeland, make us forget, and make us hate ourselves. There's no better indication that it worked than a nigga getting online and saying, I'm not from Africa, I'm not African American, I'm just American because I was just born over here. Bro, that's exactly what the fuck they wanted. That's pissing me off. Just say you don't want to know. You don't know and you don't want to know. Don't completely write it off and say we don't look like them, we don't whatever like them. Bro, we are them. That's the only proof we got. And we were here first. We are the real Native Americans. Where's the proof? And show me a Native American that believe your story. Most of the Oneidas, Menominees, Potawatomis I know, they don't believe that shit. My grandma told me I was a Cherokee. Say that to an Oneida. They're gonna think that's funny. That's a joke, bro. So why don't we just don't say we don't want to know? Instead of putting online that we hate ourselves and we hate each other. That's what's going on with black people, bro. And it's just so fucked up. We like the only ethnic group that's not connected to a culture or a place, and we don't care to be. We just think that being a color and subscribing to that and being from here is the be all end all. But being a color and subscribing to that we're from here is accepting the fact that our lineage begins with us in bondage. Why is that enough for y'all? It's not enough for me. I want to know more, if I can know more. Like, my lineage wasn't just shining shit and coming from building a country for nothing and being a slave. Like, I don't get it. We gotta do better. Please. This shit's starting to piss me off, low-key.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Speed making your boy want to go to Africa. Like, dude, he deserves Streamer of the Year. Like, he might win again this year. Like, dude, really, when you sit here and think about it, Speed has such a big impact on the world. Not even just the streamer community. A lot of us forget, like, okay, the streamer community is the streamer community. But to have an impact on the world, like, dude got people chasing him down in Africa. Like, people showing him so much love in Africa, y'all. Like, he legit makes me want to go. Like, he done raced a cheetah. He's literally living his life to go back to the motherland and really make it look that lit. It's crazy. Like, dude is having the time of his life. Like, he's literally touring the whole Africa. Like, when you sit here and think about it, Speed, his streams are so generational. It's no streamers that's doing what dude is doing. And I think that that's why he keeps winning Streamer of the Year, because doing them subathons and everything gonna only get you so far. Like, dude doing subathons and some. Like, Speed, yeah, he's the best streamer. I'm gonna give it to him. Like, when you really sit here and think about the stuff he's doing, he can literally make a TV show out of his life, let alone stream. Once again, dude, life is a TV show. Like, it's a movie, dang. Like, he done seen the world. Do y'all understand that? Dude done seen the world. Like, bro, look, he was having so much fun. He was finna race the cheetah. The cheetah ended up scratching. Guess what? He still raced it. He didn't even care. Like, he's like, I'm gonna still race it. Because you know how Speed think? It's one in a lifetime. I don't even care. None of it's about to mess up this moment. I don't care. I'm about to have fun. I'm in Africa. And he's doing his job while in Africa, talking to the community in the world, the chat, the audience. Dude, make you want to go to Africa, y'all.
So right now, what I want to say is that FBAs, Black Americans, African Americans, listen, Africa is not in the olden days. The truth is that we still have certain places, and we call those places villages. You understand? And even those places, they live their best life. Personally, sitting here, I wish I live in a village. I have my internet, my electricity, everything, and I live in the village because it's peaceful, much more peaceful. You eat fresh food, the fruit, everything is like on point. Unlike the ones that you eat in America. Yes, that's a fact. Unlike the ones that you eat in America, because the ones that we eat in Africa, I'm telling you, fresh from market, fresh from the market. So listen, Africa is the future of the world. No matter how you see it, Africa is the future of the world. And in Africa, you can buy land. You can buy acres of land, do your farm, and nobody will come and disturb you. No one will come and disturb you. You can build your house, do whatever, and no one can disturb you. I want Black people or African Americans and Black British Caribbeans who come to Africa to be very innovative by purchasing land, not just want to live a luxurious life and just go to the cities and buy $1 million mansions and houses or whatever. That money can buy hectares of lands in some village or on the outskirts of the city. And I'm telling you, you can farm, do greater things, and even export. There is a man currently in Ghana that has bought 48 acres of land and is growing moringa plants and he's exporting them. The money that man is making, I'm telling you, you don't know. So when you come to Africa, it shouldn't all be about chilling, having fun, and just coming to retire. Do proper investment, and it's not like you are just coming to do that investment just to help Africans, but you are helping yourself. You understand? So hey, this is what I will tell you. Make sure you visit Africa at least once in your lifetime. Thank you so much for watching.